I mean, Miss Bradley, you
Okay.
inspired, you inspired two questions from me. You said you remember where you were when Marvin Gaye passed. And you mentioned Malcolm X earlier. Do you remember the day Malcolm X passed? Do
No,
you,
I don't. I really don't. I really don't. What year was that? Do you know? Does anybody know? Huh?
65, 65.
It was 65 with Malcolm. No, Malcolm X 65.
Malcolm X 65, JFK 63,
Yeah, 63 days. November 20.
MLK 68.
Yeah, because you know what, the Malcolm X, I think more so was in. I think I was just getting in high school or something, and
14. You're
you know,
14. 14.
I didn't know much about him because maybe just because of the political realm and
Yeah, sure.
and not have the kind of outreach to kind of know what kind of person who he was. I wasn't that much into him then, so no, I don't know.
How about Martin?
Yes, Martin Luther King. Whoo.
You were a senior in high school, maybe.
What year was that? 68,
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah, but I was in high school. And, I don't know if they sent people home or what happened that day. I cannot exactly remember where I was, but I remember JFK. But Martin Luther King, I think I was in class or something happened. I don't know if they sent everybody home that day, but not so much.
Okay. So it's gonna be our last call. We're gonna get her out of here. We appreciate you coming into the barbershop. We genuinely appreciate it. We got one more call. What's up? What's up, Asia man?
Hey, Fred, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing? How you doing, Miss Bradley?
Hi there. Hi.
Man, you lucky you still married. I want to be your husband.
Oh yeah, I'm still married. It's work in progress, baby. Work in progress.
Oh yeah, but I just don't want to say anything disrespectful. I want them to come looking for me. But your daughter's single.
Yeah, she's single. Cheyenne is single. Yes, she is.
Hey,
You
but
better come correct though, baby. You gotta come through me first.
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
You got to earn her trust first. You got to come through her.
Oh, I gotta earn her trust. Oh, okay. All right.
Not necessarily. Lord, that would keep me too busy. I got enough of my problems. That's okay.
Right. We're in that same boat. We both have grandchildren. But I'm from the Midwest as well. Like, we border Ohio. And usually when people migrate or travel to the Midwest and, start plant their roots there, one place they often visit what people from St. Louis. I don't know if you remember Rerun Berry from off of West Hampton.
Of course. Oh, yeah.
Right. May he rest in peace.
Right.
They make their trip to Soul Train. I want to hear your experiences with Don Cornelius and Soul Train, if you got enough time.
Oh, you know what? Basically, I was still in the Love Machine back in that day, and we were talking earlier about Mavericks Flat, the club that I was brought up and raised in, primarily from the owner John Daniels, and everybody. That Mavericks Flat is considered the West Coast Apollo. So many different action groups came through there. And Don Cornelius, I met Don. Don was hang out in Mavericks Flat. He and John were good friends. And Dick Griffey and all the people who went on like Solar Records, Howard Hewitt. I mean, so many wonderful memories there at that club. And that was back in the 70s. And so, yeah, I knew all of them. They were real cool. Just a pleasure knowing them. They kind of helped along with my singing group, the Love Machine, a little bit. And John trying to work some things out. But, sometimes these men, they get their little heads and minds together. They butt heads and they just can't seem to come to an agreement as to how the group should work. And back, especially with the record deals and record companies, that was a very touchy situation. Bringing on a group, taking on a group, having them perform, especially back in the 70s. And, especially if you were a group nobody was. They may take your songs if you wrote some songs, but they already had their writers, in-house writers, and different people working, and you wouldn't see a part of that if you were singing, unfortunately. But things kind of worked themselves out for some of the other groups there, Shalimar and different people, like I said, with Dick Griffey and Don Cornelius. But all the Soul Train dancers, everybody came through Maverick's Flat, boy. I would have been a Soul Train dancer had I not been with the Love Machine. Guarantee you.
Wow.
I would have been one. I know a lot of the girls and people from Soul Train, so a lot of them are my friends to this day, But it was just a wonderful time, the 70s, and we set really a great precedence for the young people, I think, today, because right now they're going way back, and trying to revitalize what they got the TV show. I really like that. What's the one with Don Cornelius? The Soul of America or something?
Hold on.
Huh? I don't know it.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Oh my God, it's so good. They got this brother playing Don Cornelius and Soul Train.
No, I've never heard of it.
American Soul. Oh, you have to see that. It is so good. I love it. It really brings back so many memories of the 70s and Don Cornelius when he started out, when he had Soul Train and some of the artists and the acts and people. And oh my goodness, you got to see it. Watch it. I forget what channel it's on. It might be OWN or one of the black networks.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go because Fred, it looks like he's giving us a cue and you got things to do. But it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure and it's an honor for you to come, and we'd love for you to come back to the barbershop.
I would love to. Thank you very much.
Come back. And since this is a boxing channel, I got two questions for you. Did you get a chance to hang out with Muhammad Ali or Sam Watson? Do you know Sam Watson?
Sam! Lord, I know Sam very, very well. Sam is a good friend. I've been knowing Sam for ages. Let me go back to Muhammad Ali. Yeah, I used to date Muhammad Ali. I was one of his many hundred women. But I dated Muhammad Ali. Met him back in the day when I was with the Love Machine and Miss Black California, and met him way back then. I had an opportunity. He sent for me to come to Florida, Miami, to his training camp. I met Dundee, all those people, man, all of his camp. And he sent for me to go to Dallas, and I went to New York. I was actually in New York when he fought Frazier, when he lost the bout there. And knew him very well. And even over the years, I kind of would see him at some different events and stuff and have photos taken. He met my mom and family. And, this is after a while. And even when I'd see him sometimes and he said, Kathleen Bradley. Oh, Kathleen Bradley. I'm scared of you, Kathleen Bradley. It was funny. And, there's a newspaper article that somebody just showed me from back in Ohio when I was working with the Love Machine, traveling, and I went back to my hometown, and the newspaper article, one of the guys did it. He said, the guy said he went to the inaugural ball, and he ran into Sammy Davis Jr. and Muhammad Ali. And somehow the conversation, they asked him, they said, who are you? Where are you from? He said, I'm from Girard, Ohio. He said, you never probably heard of Girard, Ohio. And they both said, oh, yeah, we know Girard, Ohio. That's where Kathleen Bradley's from. He printed in this newspaper article. I had seen it before, but one of my family members, had passed away, and my niece sent that article to me and reminded me that that's what that article said. I'm like, God dang, that is some real true history. Sammy Davis Jr. and Muhammad Ali know and recognize who you are.
Man, I want to hear something.
I know Sam Watson very well. He's on my phone. I know Sam was crazy stuff. I've been knowing him, Tootie and Crockett and all these guys that had the clubs in different places. Man, you know that George Tootie.
Yeah, I want to hear Muhammad Ali's story. Man, DB, you calling in to you got to
know. Basically, I mean that was. For like a couple of years, I was one of his eye candies. He was notorious for loved women, loved the women. The women loved him. What was not to like, what was not to love, man.
Wow.
I've been with him on airplanes and been around, and like I said, went to his training camp and hung out with him in Miami, Florida. He sent for me in Texas, Dallas, and went to New York and, different places and what have you. And, it's just incredible knowing him. For the most part, he was very busy training, and he'd have his little guys, not henchmen, these little handy guys come around. And if the girls, he'd have 2 or 3 girls come and fly into town sometimes. So, that's how he was rolling.
Did you get a chance to see him as a Nation of Islam and all that? Like,
I'm sorry, what?
He was a devout Muslim, right?
Oh, yes. Uh-huh. There was no eating bacon around him.
Yeah.
Nor did I even ask or think about it. That part I knew not to do. So, he talked a lot about Allah, and not preaching it to me, but just, enlightening me about certain things and what have you, about the Islamic beliefs and religion and what have you. And I'd listen, I was just so young then, I was like, Lord have mercy. Just taking it all in, just excited being around this man, this champion, this person who he was, and what have you.
You was 21, 22 years old, yeah?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I had to be. Yeah.
Beautiful story.
21, 20. Yeah.
Give me a Sam Watson story so I can call him and laugh at him.
Oh, you call Sam. Sam, just my buddy. He just knows me. I know him, like I said, back in the day with Tootie, Crockett, George, all those guys back there, man, back at the apartment, the nightclubs and Mavericks and stuff. And I see him every now and then where I was before the pandemic at a couple of the events and things. And, we just have a lot of good friends in common. We just good friends. That's it, pretty much me. So, he wishes otherwise. Sam.
Yeah,
Sam's a smart man for that.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've known him. I know Sam at least 40 years.
Yeah, because he was at Motown.
When I came to LA here in the 70s, he was one of the people, like I said, I met back in the day, in the heyday. We was all partying. It's at least 45 years I've known him.
Yeah, he was with y'all was at Motown together, yeah?
No, Sam Watson.
Yeah.
We talking about the same Sam Watson
he worked at Motown for a bit, and that's how he met Marvin Gaye and all that.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't know him back then. I knew him on a whole nother level. I didn't know what the Motown. You have to remember Motown just very briefly, and I have to go probably look up the year, but it was with all those people. Norman Whitfield. We did some songs. We have probably some things in the library somewhere. I would love to get a hold of. Like I said, we worked with Stevie Wonder. He recorded some songs on us. Norman Whitfield, Hal Davis. So yeah, we work with a lot of them. They were trying to get something going on.
D